I just try to introduce, I try to tell you the scope, what are we learning in this subject, what we are not learning in this subject, because it is important to know. Uh, so subject, as I told you that you can enjoy learning because there are lot many tools available. I will be telling you time to time, even I will try to give demonstration of those tools. You can learn lot many things. Uh, I don't want to say that hacking and all that. That is different. We are going to learn about technology, how it works, what are different components, how they interact with each other. So in this typically in this unit or maybe in a section 1, first 3 units, we are just learning about the types of protocols and how they work and all that theoretical details. Let us go to the agenda. I hope uh, you are able to listen me. So today I will just introduce just roughly, briefly importance of layer, then OSI model. As I told you that it is not actually in our syllabus. We are just learning only 5 layers of out of that. Total 7 layers are there. But still, as a computer science student, you must know what are the functions of each layer. Then I will try to discuss on what is the concept of process, as most of you might be familiar with what is the meaning of the process. Process is nothing but it is an instance of a program under execution. Means a program under execution. A program can be written in any language. It may be a similar language or it can be anything. So that is a concept of the process. And then we have to understand what is the concept of the client process, what is the concept of the server process. So that we shall see in a few sessions. So any program under execution is called as a process. A process can be a client process, it can be a server process, or it can be some general process. So that we are going to understand, and we are going to understand what is IPC, inter-process communication, how they communicate with each other, whether the processes might be running, as you know that on your mobile phone or maybe on your laptop, lot many processes are running, like MS Word is running, MS Teams is running, Notepad is running, some instance, 1 or 2 instances of Mozilla or Firefox or maybe Chrome, they are running. So all these are the processes which are under execution. All these are called as the processes. But we don't know which one is a client process and which one is a server process. Or do it has some meaning if something to call as a client process and something to call as a server process? What is the exact difference in a server process? What is the exact difference in a client process? How they are different? So that we have to understand. So today, as a part of the syllabus, we are going to understand what is the HTTP protocol. We shall definitely see what is the meaning of the HTML is a different thing. HTTP is a different thing. It is a mechanism. It is a protocol. Protocol, you know, it is a set of rules to do particular task. We are trying to understand what is a DNS protocol, domain name service. So as you know that naming is very important. Without naming, we cannot, miss internet will not work. See, we cannot remember numbers. Even uh, we don't remember our own phone number. So how do you remember the IP addresses? There are millions of IP addresses. We cannot remember them, but we can remember names like gmail.com, yahoo.com, या फिर timesofindia.com, toi.com, like that. So humans are is evolved in that way. They can remember names only. They don't remember the numbers and typically hexadecimal numbers and decimal numbers. And that to the pointed, something 10.3 point, 2 point something. We cannot remember this thing. So DNS is a very, very important mechanism. Actually, it is a mechanism. It is a protocol, but we have to understand on what level it is there, on what level it works. Then there is a concept of cookies. As you know, nowadays most of the things, right from Amazon, Walmart, or everything goes through the internet services, right? So, these people are running their business. Maybe SBI Bank, they are doing business. They are not doing any charity. So Definitely they are giving you some interest, badge if they have, if you keep some fixed deposit in their bank, or if you keep big amount in your saving account or current account, they give you in return something called as an interest. But there is some business model, they earn something. So in today's day, even though many processes are going online means you don't need to go in a bank even for applying for some loan. Maybe if you want to use some car, you don't need to go in a bank. There might be some apps like Yono or something. Through that you can apply for the loan, and depending on your income and all that, uh, they may sanction you some amount of loan, maybe 10 lakh or 15 lakh, depending on your uh, transaction history in that bank. So everything is going online. So so that's why the basic concepts of networking are very important. Naming is important because they are running their business through online, and they are tracking their business, which how their application programs, which are online programs or software, how they are working, how they are performing, whether their customer is getting proper service or not. That is there. See, in network also we are going to understand what is the concept of service. For example, name service, FTP service, telnet service. So all these are the services, and every service has some number, like HTTP port number 80, FTP file transfer protocol port number 21, like that. Telnet is a service, port number 23. So we are going to understand, and if you run some code on your side, then you will learn lot many things which are under the hood. You cannot learn those things by watching some video like on YouTube, or by reading something, or by reading some textbook. You will definitely learn certain theoretical concepts. But if you start coding, or if you run some program, it may be ready made. I don't want to say that you should write program every time, but on internet there are many codes available, different client program codes, server program codes, different utility program codes are available, maybe written in Java, C, Visual Basic, or whatever. And you can just download them and you can run them. You can experience what is happening under the hood. So I have kept some sample telnet program, sample FTP program, means client side as well as server side, both. On the FTP side, that IP address is given to you, line number 8, FTP 103.107.17.41. So not many codes are there, but you have to serve that. You have to go in public directory, the CSE, and in that there is a Unix programming, advanced Unix programming, CNP, computer network programming, some folders are there, and in that basic C programs are there, very small programs, only 25 to 20 line program. If you just open that code, if you see what is inside that code, you will understand. You don't need to even run that code, but for understanding, you have to go through the code, because if you want to know exactly how the ISO-OSI model works, how the TCP/IP model works, then you have to understand how the code works. If you know this, and then you will learn lot many things which are not in the book, even that we call this as a hidden or between the lines. If there are 3 4 lines in the textbook, so that lines has some meaning, that paragraph has some meaning. But beyond that, if you run some code, I hope you might be able to, I mean, I might be audible to you, I don't know. There are very few students in your class, still I will go. And lastly, I will tell you that because in theory, I know, I have experience that many people who get 95%, 83% in their mark sheet, but they don't know how to start the telnet service in their machine, maybe Windows or Linux. Normally, Linux is open source, so defaultly all the applications like telnet, FTP, RLogin, and all that, they are open. But when you use or install something like Android or Windows 10 or maybe Windows 7 or maybe some other operating system, so defaultly some services, that's why you have to understand what is the meaning of the service. Some services are defaultly closed services. You have to open them by doing some configuration somewhere. So I will tell you that how to do it. So this, as I told you, that unit number 1 contains basic protocols, 4 basic protocols, and apart from that, we are going to learn about the concept of the stack, layer, and all that. So typically, FTP, HTTP, and SMTP and DNS is there. And this is a famous book. Next time I will not repeat this, but this is a famous book, and these are two great people. Now, this was the diagram which tells you what are the layers in OSI model. So 7 layers are there, like application layer, presentation layer, session layer, transport layer, network layer, data link layer, and physical layer. But if you see this diagram, we are considering only these 5 layers: application, transport, network, link, and physical layer. That's it. This is our syllabus. So you should think that what is the problem here? Why we are excluding a few layers, maybe 2 layers like presentation and session? What is the problem with that? You should think about it. So before going, I know that most of you are always using some kind of internet application on your machine. So 1 minute. So you might be knowing what is the meaning of the cookie. So normally cookie is some term, technical term. Cookie means that might be some kind of a chocolate or some cupcake or cake-like thing or bakery item. So what is that? So what is happening when we visit some site, maybe Amazon or Flipkart, something like that, and what is happening? That few pages are rendering on in your browser. It may be Chrome or Mozilla. So what they are doing? They are putting something cookie on your machine. So we have to understand what is the purpose of that. So that's why I told you that application performance. See, can anyone tell me what is the purpose of cookie? Anyone? You just blindly just go open your mic and unmute yourself and just talk. Anyone?
So these are some information about us, like
Right.
login, password, and username.
Right. Dipali, you are correct. But what I'm asking is that why they want to put something on your machine? Actually, it is a violation of the privacy. So there are different ways to collect the information, but what they are doing, why they are doing. So reason is very simple. The reason is that whatever application they have written, so Amazon is running some website. Through that website, they are running billions-dollar business, right? So they want to keep the track of lot many things are there, not only the customer habits, but they want to know that at what time, on what day that person has ordered some item, how much time he was roaming on that particular website, because in website there are many pages. So we are surfing that website. So they want to keep the note that how many pages he surfed. Means surf means इसने कितने pages देखे, कितना देर था, like that. And again, they want to also note that what items he has searched for. For example, you might have searched for shoes, you might have searched for earrings, you might have searched for some cosmetic item, and you didn't purchase anything. You just close that site and you switch to some another site, like that. So they gather this information. And what is the purpose? If you order something, then how much time that transaction took place, because you have to do some kind of payment, maybe Google Pay or maybe net payment, net banking, or you may have some wallet like a Bajaj Finance wallet. So they want to track that thing, and they want to also track what is a suitable way of payment to the end users or customers, like UPI or Google Pay or Phone Pay or maybe net banking or whatever. So, or whether they are doing cash on delivery or something. So in this way, they are tracking. So they are not tracking only the customer, end customer, but they are tracking their own application also, how that application is behaving with the user, like that. कि भाई उसको एक पेज उसने क्लिक किया तो उसको पेज उसके मशीन पे आने की, सी in different region there is a different network speed, different bandwidth, there might be fluctuations. वो पेजेस कितने देर तक रेंडर हुआ, कितनी देर के बाद में उसको वो पर्टिकुलर आइटम मिला, like that. Lot many things are there. So this thing is there. Now you know what is the purpose of the cookie. So I have another question to you. See, you take the screenshot of this and you think, see, it is very simple. The title itself tells you what is the meaning of that. This is question number 2 regarding the cookie. It is generally asked in your exam, maybe MCQ or theory. So there are different types of cookies. So session cookie is there, persistent cookie is there, first party cookie is there, third party cookie is there, performance cookie is there. See, this is the performance cookie. It tracks the application performance. Statistics cookie is there, marketing cookie is there. Means sometimes it may happen that from Amazon website, you may get some advertise or something like ICICI Bank. You may switch from Amazon website to ICICI Bank. So that is again a business kind of thing. So those clicks give or generate some kind of business to some another party. So marketing cookie. So you have to think about what is the purpose of these cookies. And if you have answers, you can WhatsApp me or you can share among your friends. So this is very important because nowadays almost all businesses are running on web, online, on internet. So cookie is one of the important part of that mechanism which tells the business owner, it may be a bank, it may be a Amazon like thing, that how their application is performing with reference to their customers, how that application, software, whatever, it may be a web application or it may be website or anything, how it is performing. So that kind of important data is there. So you try to go through it. I hope that you have taken the screenshot. So I will go ahead. So friends, so today I will just, before going to the actual protocols, like many types of protocols are there. So there is a concept of encapsulation and decapsulation. Encapsulation is nothing but putting one envelope into another envelope. So let us imagine that there are different types of envelopes, different sizes. So we can put one envelope with addressing information or some header information into another envelope. And those two envelopes can be put into some third envelope. In this way, there might be 4 or 5 types of levels of envelopes. And we can pass it to forward ahead to the destination. So today we have to understand the concept. What is the meaning of the message? What is the meaning of the packet? What is the meaning of the segment? What is the meaning of the frame? And like that. So it is a block of information. It has some size, and on different levels, different block of information is needed. So size may vary. So size of the envelope, it is actual size of the envelope. In same way, size of the data in terms of bytes or kilobytes, whatever. So there are 2 types of basic services, because we are learning only circuit switch network. We are not talking about the, packet switching circuit network. That is, internet is a packet switching mechanism. We are not talking about the circuit switch mechanism. So ordinary telephone is one of the example of the circuit switch mechanism. मतलब landline telephone like this. So this is an example of actual circuit switching. So there is a concept of DP. So DP का लॉन्ग फॉर्म शायद किसी को पता होगा. You can tell me or I will go ahead. DP means double pole. दो खंबे रहते हैं, उसके ऊपर में कुछ तो भी सर्किट का बॉक्स रहता है. So DP is used by electrical department also, MSCB or telephone department also. So that is only older concept. ऐसा नहीं है कि DP मतलब आजकल तो जमीन में गड्ढा करके इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सर्किट बॉक्स डाल देते हैं अंदर. So but still that word is there, DP, डबल पोल. दो पोल के ऊपर में एक इलेक्ट्रॉनिक सर्किट का बॉक्स रहता है. So that is a circuit switching. So I hope that you know what is the difference in a circuit switching mechanism and packet switching mechanism. Otherwise I will talk some other time. So basically there are two types of services. One is called as a connection-less service. So IP is one of the mechanism. IP, Internet Protocol, it is connection-less example. UDP is also a connection-less example. And TCP is an example of connection-oriented service. So definitely these are two very, very different types of services. So you have to understand this, because whatever we are learning this is only concerned with these two concepts. If you know exactly what is a connection-less service and what is exactly the connection-oriented service, then it will be better. It will give you a good insight in understanding how the protocol works, how a packet moves in a subnet. See, subnet is one term. Subnet is a term. I will be telling you what is a subnet concept. Subnet is nothing but it contains number of hosts connected by a wire, maybe wire or maybe pipe, copper or fiber. Many components are there like routers, switches, gateways. Many networks are there, and these networks are connected to each other through some gateways or maybe routers. So there is one term, standard term, that is called the AS, autonomous system. So autonomous system is a standard term which is used to call. So autonomous system is nothing but internet, like that. So internet is a composition of network of networks. So internet is a composition of many autonomous systems like Airtel wala network, BSNL wala network, and lot many AT&T wala network. So lot many networks are there. So that is there. Now I have just taken the names like message. You have to understand this. So message level, message works on higher level, that is a application level. Packet is there, it works on third level, network layer. Segment is there, it works on transport level. Frame is there, it works on last two layers, data link layer or physical layer, these two. So every block of data has some size or size restrictions. So it's not there like that, but there is some kind of restriction. So you can just imagine that the message is very bigger block of information and byte is very small, like that. And somewhere कोई बोलना चाहता है तो बोल सकते हैं. And packet and segment is something in between them. And last unit is a only single bit. It may be 0 or 1. So while understanding concepts of the encapsulation, we should you can assume that the message is on application level, like that. Segment is on transport level, and frame is on data link layer. So I will not repeat, perhaps I have repeated it, but anyway. So whenever I use the term like layer or level, you just assume that it is some kind of layer. So I will use both terms equivalently. So we have to here understand what is the meaning of the data. Data means something inside that envelope. You write a letter to your friend or maybe girlfriend or maybe boyfriend. Nowadays, letter is gone. Now you have WhatsApp. So you type it. So something is inside that envelope. So that is your message or data. And what on the on outside of that envelope, there is something called as a control information. So it tells building number or apartment number, street number, area or layout or colony, then name of the city, then district, state, and country like India. And then there might be some kind of other code like a PIN code or area code. So this information is called as a header information. So every block of information, maybe packet, segment, or frame, has something called as a header and something called as a payload. That is a data. So this is a diagram. You just can, as I told you, that you can put small envelope into a big envelope, that envelope into another envelope. And see, there is no concept of the small and big. See, if you have data of larger size, so what is happening? We are slicing it into parts. So let us say you have 100 kilobytes data. So if it is not possible to accommodate it in some packet on some level, say I'm not talking about any particular level, on some level. So what you do? So you might divide that 100 into 10 bytes or 10 kilobytes, right? 10 kilobyte one block, 10 kilobyte another block. So you can put that 10 kilobyte in one packet and you can number that packet, packet number 1, another block into another packet. This is packet number 2, like that. So in this way, the header contains control information. It may be the packet number or it may be some source address, destination address, and whatever. So we shall see what is exactly header contains, because every protocol has different header bits or blocks. So friends, what is happening here? As I told you in a previous session that key information glows vertically down. See here, I will just try to tell you how it goes down. See, so this is your process or program. Let us say this is a client program, CP, client program running. And let us say this is the server program, SP, or server process. So I told you that you should not call some machine as a server machine or client machine. You can call it as a desktop or workstation, but you should not call, because now you are educated. So friend, a program might be running. It may be client program. It may be a browser like Chrome. So what is happening? Now you know what is a message, packet, and frame and all that. As I told you that every layer interacts with each other. So every layer is a process. Process has some ID, PID, process ID. So two processes can interact with each other. Interact मतलब ये डेटा नीचे वाले के लेयर को देगा, ये वाला उसके नीचे वाले को देगा, इसके नीचे को देगा, like that. So information flows like this downward. See here what is happening. Client program or client process is running. We don't know whether it is a client program or a server program. Let us say it is a process simply. So client program is passing information or message or envelope to the application layer. This is the first concept. Then application layer is passing envelope to the transport layer. कैसे पास करेगा वो? ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर का जो पैकेट है या सेगमेंट है उसमें डालेगा वो पैकेट, एप्लीकेशन का पैकेट उसमें डाल देगा. फिर ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर क्या करेगा? उसका जो ट्रांसपोर्ट लेयर पैकेट है उसको नेटवर्क लेयर से बात करनी है, वो क्या करेगा? नेटवर्क लेयर का पैकेट है उसमें वो डाल देगा. अब ये पैकेट में पैकेट हो गए, like that. So in this way it is going like this. And so on the wire, let us say this is a wire. This is wire. This is your wire. Let us say this symbol is representing some kind of switch or router. It is connected to another machine, maybe in some other network. I will be telling you how to find or understand network, host in a network or host in another network. So all this packet contains whatever the packets or segments or datagrams are there, they contain some control information, header information, source address, destination address, lot many things are there, flags are there. So on physical layer, information is passed in terms of zeros and ones, like that. It goes here. Now, let us assume that your packet is flowing like this, and it is coming here. So it arrived to destination, maybe server process. Now, what will happen? So now it will go upward. See here, it is going upward. So what is happening? Physical layer is giving that packet to link layer. Link layer is giving that packet to network layer. Network layer is giving that packet to transport layer, and ultimately application is. So during that, what is happening? एक envelope आया हमारे पास में at a destination. Let us say this is a destination. SP is a destination. तो पहला वाला लेयर क्या करेगा? पहला वाला एनवलप फाड़ डालेगा. It will throw that envelope away. उसमें के अंदर में दूसरा पैकेट है, and it will pass hand over it to upper layer. वो क्या करेगा? उसको जो एनवलप मिला है उसको फाड़ डालेगा. उसके अंदर में एक एनवलप है ऑलरेडी, राइट? It will pass to the upper layer. So in this way, lastly, ultimately, whatever the process is running on the top level in OS, in operating system, he will get only data. He will not get a packet, right? I hope you got what I want to say. So this thing is called as encapsulation. So on client side, what is happening? Here encapsulation is happening. Here is a encapsulation. So this is the downward arrow, right? And on server side, what is happening? It is upward arrow. So here decapsulation, encapsulation ka ulta is happening. So in this how the system works. So the intermediate people like router, switches, gateway, ISP, NSP, whatever, they don't care about what is there somewhere. They only care about their own level. Level means वो कौन से layer में या level में काम करते हैं. So every level, just imagine that कि it works on its own independently. ऐसा नहीं है. See, application layer cannot control the behavior of the network layer, right? This is very important concept. Or suppose a person who is on a source, he cannot control the functioning of the some router, intermediate node, router in between your path. Let us say this is a router. There is a router. Only you can handle or interact with, because you are running as a process. So you can only interact with the application layer. You cannot directly talk with the network layer or some other layer. आपको available कौन सी है, आपको visible कौन सी है? Only application layer. If you want to talk with the network layer, you can talk, but you have to go through the application level like that. So there are some entities who works on levels, like router वो थर्ड लेयर पे काम करता है, स्विच सेकंड लेयर पे काम करता है, तुम्हारा पीसी होस्ट वो पूरे के पूरे 7 लेवल पे या 5 लेवल पे काम करता है, लाइक दिस. So this is how we have understood concept of the encapsulation and capsulation or decapsulation. So these are the two references. So apart from this, we have to learn about multiplexing and demultiplexing, that we shall see in a second unit or maybe third unit. Now this is again a simplified diagram. You can take the screenshot because it is not, it will be handy for you to recall or revise the concept. So application layer is there, transport layer is there. This internet means it is a network layer. And then link layer means it is actually data link layer. So see here, header is there, Somewhere you may need footer, some packets. So we are not up till now. See, this is a transport layer protocol, that is a UDP. We shall talk about it later. Then IP protocol is there. This is a typically IP4. So we don't know exactly what is the header structure right now, and we also don't know the frame structure, but this is how data is there, raw data is there. It is encapsulated, envelope into the UDP packet. UDP packet is packed into the IP packet. IP packet is completely packed into the Ethernet packet. Ethernet packet. Last packet is a Ethernet packet. You can call it as a Ethernet. This is a handy word. No matter whether you are using a Wi-Fi connectivity or Bluetooth or maybe wire, copper wire or maybe fiber, it doesn't matter. Last layer is a Ethernet. So it depends on 802 point something. It depends on your interface. That is called as NIC. So this is one realization. I hope some of you might have taken the screenshot. Don't rely on MCQ type questions. Now this is another same thing. You can take the screenshot. I will go ahead. Meanwhile, I will take one attendance. So if anyone wants to clear something, he can ask me if he wish. So let us go ahead. So internet is there. We shall understand what is the concept of internet or subnet, because it is very important to understand how the packet flows from one source to destination, because there are many intermediate nodes are there. So we have to understand how they work. यहाँ पे दिखाने के लिए सिर्फ इंटरनेट बताया है ऐसा. It's not like that. So anyway, this is one more diagram. You just take the screenshot. Later we shall talk about it. So this is why it is important, because here we have to understand. See, for example, first level is there. So there is a concept of the process. So every process has something called as an identification number. So as I told you, so there is a concept like PID. Can you see when I draw something like this? अमन या फिर कोई भी मुझे ये इसका स्क्रीनशॉट भेजे तो ये दिखता क्या आपको? मतलब मुझे दिखता है, लेकिन आपको दिखता कि नहीं, ये आई वांट टू चेक. सो यू कैन सेंड द स्क्रीनशॉट ऑफ दिस स्लाइड. सी, every process has some identification. See, on your machine, lot many programs are running. See, just imagine that I have opened 3 or 4 Chrome instances. Chrome के विंडो मैंने 5 खोल के रखे हैं. एक इसमें मैं Gmail देख रहा हूँ, दूसरे इसमें माइक्रोसॉफ्ट ऑफिस देख रहा हूँ, तीसरे इसमें मैं कोई न्यूज़पेपर पढ़ रहा हूँ, चौथे इसमें और कुछ कर रहा हूँ, पांचवें इसमें और कुछ कर रहा हूँ. ठीक है, ऑल दिस 5 इंस्टेंसेस आर रनिंग ऑन same machine, right? Now if I send mail from one of the instance of Chrome, just imagine, forget about what exactly happens. If I send email from Chrome instance, Chrome का जो ब्राउज़र का विंडो है उसमें से मैंने एक फ्रेंड को मेल भेजा, उसको इमीडिएटली मिल गया, उसने मुझे आंसर दिया, राइट? ही रिप्लाइड टू माय मेल, राइट? लेकिन ऐसा होता है क्या कि मैंने पहले नंबर के ब्राउज़र में मेल भेजा. सी, यू मे थिंक दैट कि दिस इज अ absurd, awkward, useless example, but this is very very important example to understand the concept of the PID, process ID. तो मैंने पहले विंडो में से उसको मेल भेजा है, उसको मेल गया, he might be situated maybe in मुंबई और पुणे, and he has replied me. तो उसका रिप्लाई मुझे, मैंने 5 क्रोम के इंस्टेंसेस खोल के रखे हैं, तो मुझे पहले इसमें ही मिलेगा, नॉट इन सेकंड और थर्ड और फोर्थ और फिफ्थ, पहले इसमें ही मिलेगा. व्हाई? बिकॉज दैट प्रोसेस हैज सम आईडी. हालांकि मेलिंग का मैकेनिज्म थोड़ा अलग रहता, दैट आई विल टेल यू लेटर, बट दिस इज अ ब्रॉड एंड यूजलेस एग्जाम्पल. इसको हम गधा एग्जाम्पल भी बोल सकते हैं. लेकिन फ्रॉम दिस यू कैन इजीली अंडरस्टैंड कि भाई मेरे मशीन में भी बहुत सारे प्रोसेसेस रन हो रहे हैं, मे बी नोटपैड, क्रोम, MS Teams, माइक्रोसॉफ्ट टीम. तो एवरी प्रोसेस which is running on my machine has some ID. If you click on your taskbar on your machine, you will get a process ID. हर जो प्रोसेस दिखते हैं और PID मिलता है उसका, right? So this is the important address. Then on transport level, you require a port address. जैसे HTTP कर रहे हैं आप तो आपको 80 रहेगा, FTP कर रहे हैं तो 21 रहेगा, टेलनेट कर रहे हैं तो 23 रहेगा, लाइक दैट. मेल कर रहे हैं तो 25 रहेगा, SMTP 25, POP 110 110, like that. So port on transport level you require port address. On every level you require different address. In same way there is a 32-bit address on network layer. तो IP address बोलते हैं हम 10 point something, 192 point something, 192.168.3.10, something like that. So dotted decimals. So on this level I require IP address. So it is a 32-bit. Just for example, it is more than that sometimes. It is a 32-bit address. And on lowest layer there is a physical address. We call this as a MAC, Media Access Control. It is a 48 byte. ये आपको दिखता है क्या? When I write here 48, आपको दिखता है ये? हम लोग सुनते कि नहीं?
No, sir.
हाँ ठीक है, धन्यवाद. तो ये 48 बिट का है और मैक एड्रेस हेक्स में है. इट इज रिटन इन हेक्स. और IP एड्रेस हम बाइनरी में लिखते हैं एक्चुअली, और पोर्ट एड्रेस हम डेसिमल में लिखते हैं. तो देखिए यहाँ पे आपको समझने की जरूरत है कि भाई व्हाई वी यूज डिफरेंट डेसिमल और हेक्सा और समथिंग दैट. So there is some meaning that we shall see later. Actually, it is not a part of our syllabus. So in short, just I want to say that you take the screenshot of this, and on different levels we require different types of addresses. So PID is there, but apart from that, there is something more that is called the host name, or www.rediffmail.com or www.sjmc.ac.in something. So that is called as a host name. So what I want to say is that on every level you require different types of addresses. And if you don't know the address, suppose I don't know your phone number, I cannot dial you. Same thing is here. So you have to think कि भाई ये एप्लीकेशन लेयर किससे बात करता होगा, उसको एड्रेस पता नहीं. तो अगर आपको समझो rediffmail.com पता है एड्रेस, लेकिन उसका IP भी चाहिए. If you know only the name of the host, remote machine, name means what? Host name means what? It's the name of machine. www.rediffmail.com, like that. But if you know only a name but you don't know the IP address, then कैसे होगा? So there is some mechanism which works inside the hood. So that is called the DNS. It works somewhere here. DNS, domain name service. तो हम लोग जो इनकैप्सुलेशन करते हैं ऊपर से नीचे तक, पैकेट में पैकेट डालते हैं अलॉन्ग विद कंट्रोल इंफॉर्मेशन एंड हेडर इंफॉर्मेशन. तो अगर आप हेडर इंफॉर्मेशन कंप्लीट फुलअप नहीं करेंगे तो आपका फॉर्म एक्सेप्ट होता है क्या? आप जब समझो एक फॉर्म भरते हैं नेट पे, सम फॉर्म लाइक एज, नेम, सिटी, जेंडर, समथिंग, डेट ऑफ बर्थ, एक आधा फील्ड आपने छोड़ दिया तो आपका फॉर्म एक्सेप्ट नहीं होता. सेम थिंग इज हियर. इफ़ यू पास स्मॉल एनवलप, दूसरे एनवलप में डालते, लाइक इफ यू गो डाउनवर्ड लाइक दिस, and if you don't know some information, and if you don't know some header information or control information, so you cannot send blank packet to the lower layer. That is a problem. So there is some mechanism which works autonomously, and the details which we don't have, they are filled up by that mechanism. So that we shall see. So that's why we call it as a suit protocol stack. And so simply application layer doesn't work. Lot many in cooperation, they work with each other, and whatever the missing details are there, they fetch that details, control information or header information, and they put on proper envelope means header. So I hope you got this thing. I will go ahead. Now this is theoretical part. Just read it. So there are many services like www, World Wide Web, email services. There, as I told you, that email is a very means 90% traffic on the internet is email traffic. And there are people, you might have played this multi-user games. Gaming is there. E-commerce, you know that Amazon and Flipkart and all that. Databases are there like PNR inquiry, railway, या फिर airplane या bus inquiry. So you require voting is there. Telephony means sometimes we are using VoIP. Nowadays, those people who are using Geo phone, Geo phone, Ambani. So they are using VoIP or LTE, long-term evaluation. You try to get the long form of this LTE, long-term evaluation, and try to learn what is the whether it is similar to 4G or 5G or 4G, 5G and LTE. These are totally different. ये भी आपको पता करने की कोशिश करो. Say it will not take too much time. Long-term evaluation, that is LTE और VO. आपके इसमें आइकॉन होता होगा यहाँ के ऊपर में, ऊपर के साइड में फ़ोन के वहाँ पे स्टेटस बार रहता है, बैटरी वगैरह दिखती है आपको, डेट वगैरह दिखती है. वहाँ पे आप कोशिश करो, देखो आप अगर LTE में करते हैं, फ़ोन करते हैं किसी को, तो वहाँ पे कौन सा आइकॉन आता है और VoIP का इसका कुछ लेना देना है क्या. VoIP मीन्स वॉइस ओवर इंटरनेट, IP मीन्स इंटरनेट, वॉइस ओवर इंटरनेट. और जो हमारा टेलीफोन है, जो रेगुलर टेलीफोन है, इसमें जो वॉइस जाता है उसका मैकेनिज्म अलग है. और जो हमारे पुराने नेटवर्क है लाइक 2G, 3G एंड 4G, इसको हम टेलीकम्युनिकेशन नेटवर्क करते हैं. तो when I am using that, if I am not using LTE and I am using either 2G or 3G or 4G, then how my voice flows through that network, इसके बारे में थोड़ा देखो कोशिश करके. So that is called as a telephony. So there is a concept of IP telephony. So a day is very near that on that day almost everything will flow through the IP internet protocol. I'm not exaggerating, it's real thing. You can take the example of IoT evolution in a present industry or automation, then you will understand what is the importance of IP, internet packet, IP, internet protocol. So anyway, so as I told you that there are two basic services, connection-less service and connection-oriented service, that we shall see in next lectures. Now, this is the diagram. Just I'm just trying to tell you what is a protocol. I know that everyone knows what is a protocol, but still there is a protocol. I don't know how many people are from village side. देखिए मैं खेड़े में से आया हूँ. There might be people directly born in Mumbai or some Cosmo or metro city. They don't know that thing. But in villages, there is some kind of protocol, Ram Ram, Namaskar, या फिर Salam Alaikum करते हैं. And people ask some time, what is time? Time क्या होगा नहीं? So something goes like this. See, and I'm not just killing your time. I just want to tell you what exchange is happening. So something goes, one packet goes, then reply comes, like you can say response comes. So request, response, request and response. So in this way, there is an exchange of sending something, receiving something, sending something, receiving something. So that is a kind of cycle. And at the end, he gets some time. Let us say, two people are standing in village and they are asking कि भाई hi namaste. He is responding with namaste. He is asking what is time. He is telling कि भाई 2 p.m. So this is kind of a protocol, human protocol. So here you see how many packets are exchanged. So packet 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So for the transaction, we require 4 packets or 5 packets, maybe sender side or receiver side. So this is how protocol works. And you have to remember or understand the concept of time. So here is the time. Time scale के साथ में इसको match है. So here we shall learn some other time what is exactly the concept of the three-way handshake. So you see the second diagram. So that is a TCP connection. So it is a well-known, very famous three-way handshake. So we shall understand that time कि TCP connection request goes from client to server. Then अगर वो busy नहीं है तो he will accept that request because you are asking him कि सर आप खाली है क्या, मुझे आपसे कनेक्ट करने का है. तो वो TCP सर्वर अगर वो खाली है, इफ ही इज नॉट एंगेज, हो सकता है कि ही माइट बी एंगेज विथ अनदर क्लाइंट्स, नंबर ऑफ क्लाइंट्स. अगर खाली है तो ही विल सेंड यू रिस्पॉन्स लाइक कनेक्शन एक्सेप्टेड. देन सेंटर साइड विल टेल कि भाई आई वांट दिस पेज www.sjmc.org और समथिंग. सो दैट सर्वर विल सेंड अ फाइल. तो ये जो पहले 3 जो है 1, 2 and 3, this thing is called as a three-way handshake. This is a three-way handshake. And I have very roughly and broadly given to you, but in next time while learning the transport layer, we shall exactly understand what is the meaning of the TCP handshake or three-way handshake and why it is important. Because TCP is a reliable service. देखिए कनेक्शनलेस सर्विस जो है वो अनरिलायबल है. कनेक्शन ओरिएंटेड सर्विस ये रिलायबल मीन्स व्हाट, इफ आई एम सेंडिंग इतना डाटा और इतना डाटा वॉट एवर नंबर ऑफ जीरोज एंड वंस, तो ये विदाउट एरर विदाउट चेकसम एरर इट गोज ऑन द डेस्टिनेशन. दैट इज कॉल्ड द रिलायबिलिटी. And that's why it is very important to understand how connection is established and how connection is broken. Right now we are not talking about that, but connection बनाने का भी एक तरीका है, that is called as a handshake, और connection termination का. So that's why we have to understand the concept of connection. And every layer there is a connection concept: application level concept, session concept connection, presentation connection, transport level layer connection, network layer connection, link layer connection, like that. So on every layer there is a connection, and there is also shutdown or termination of that connection. So friends, I will close here. Time is over. I am very thankful to you. You listened me carefully and some of you responded me. I am very happy, because to talk with those people who don't have ears and tongue and any other thing to respond is very hard. So tomorrow we shall see that what is the network, what is the subnet, and what are different components. So this diagram I will talk with you, and then we shall understand that how many networks are there in this diagram. You just try to think, and how to say that there are 3 networks or 4 networks, like that, and how to say that I am this network, I am not in that network, like that. So how to understand this thing, that we are going to understand in tomorrow's session. So I will close here. Thank you very much. I will stop recording.